House that on Thursday, 21st of November, we arrived at a program in Ikogusi, and that's the retreat for speakers and principal officers of the State House of Assembly, Southwest Region. The House, we know that our capacity chairman doubles as the chairman, Conference of Speakers, Southwest Region. And this program was organized under the auspices of this noble platform. Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, this program was well attended, and it is of pride to say that the program was declared open by the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly in the person of Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, and
was co-declared
open, having been declared open by our governor,
the two of them.
The two of them. And this occasion actually was noted by most speakers as novel, because it has not been happening in any part of the country. This is the first time we are bringing the principal officers of this a regional state assembly together, and we learned a lot from we learned a lot from this gathering. The take home from this gathering, one, was for us to replicate this kind of meeting in the other geopolitical zone, and also the need for us to synergize them more, to bring ourselves constantly together harmoniously, to draw down the progress and development that the Southwest evidently requires. The theme of the event was strengthening democratic governance at subnational level, and I want to use this opportunity to appreciate Mr. Speaker for providing this platform and for making it a success. Thank you very much. Thank you, my colleagues.
Thank you, Leader of the House. Just let me quickly, as an addendum to it, we must know that the retreat also focused on strengthening legislative autonomy and independence for state legislature. We also had a session on budget oversight and financial transparency, enforcing budget compliance and financial management. We also consider the legislative-executive collaboration and looking at strategy for building synergy with state executive branch. The conference and retreat, also look at constituency engagement and public relations, and implementing engagement with constituents and managing citizen expectations. We also discuss e-parliament, that is the use of information, communication, and technology to enhance legislative effectiveness, was part of what was discussed. We also look at the ethics and code of conduct, that is examining legislative conduct and promoting credibility in the legislatures. These are areas of focus, and I can tell us that we have it, all the lecture series, we have it on flash drive, so members can get a copy of the lectures that took place. We have the papers in the flash drive that can be given to members. It's one series that I can't deceive us that we should not miss as legislators. And from there, I also realized that training, retraining, and training is important. Of course, I've directed the clerk of the House to ensure that we have training organized for all the clerks of the committees in the House. Clerks of committees, we have to organize training session for them, and very soon. So, Madam Clerk should quickly work on that. I realize that there are a lot of things that we don't know, And that's why I agree that capacity building for legislative arm is it cannot be overstated. It is what should be done even on daily basis, and not just both local and international training. Like this arm requires it so that we can meet the modern trend is important. So please, if you need a copy of those lectures and or all the lectures, you can see the leader of the house to get it. You can get it on your system. I think it's just one flash, but we can begin to duplicate and have it on our system, because a lot. I can tell you as even the speaker, I learned new things that day. And may I also announce, based on that very soon we'll be having the Southwest Legislative Conference that will have all members of the houses of assembly in the Southwest. And that conference is going to hold at Ibadan very soon. We'll be having that, which is also a fallout of this, and we'll be having a retreat or a conference, of 4 members in the Southwest State Houses of Assembly from our region. And I can also tell us that Plaque, who was our sponsor for the last program, has also acceded to our request that this same retreat be organized in the other regions, that is in the other 5 regions, and we'll be having same in the other regions. We don't want to be selfish, we want it across, because it's also an eye-opener. And I believe we also have the communique of that retreat already that has been in circulation for a while. So we have our take-homes, but at our parliamentary we can discuss more. Yes, some people know that some of us traveled, but since it's a self-sponsored trip, that's why we are not really giving any report. But it's also important to state, despite the fact that the trip was self-sponsored, but we also take advantage to do some things collectively for the state. Remember, we were at Bramptons, where members of the House, we were at the House of Commons, and we had the opportunity of meeting with the Speaker of House of Commons, Honorable Fergus, and bilateral relationship were discussed. We were the Nigeria Commission to also seek for investment opportunities for Ekiti State. Right there, we were at Brampton and having a discussion with Mayor of Brampton, right there. And some of us also went to University of Carleton, where we had an interactive section with the student of Institute of African Studies. So it was a worthwhile journey. How I wish it was a state-sponsored program for members of the House. We look forward to give. Yes. Honorable Faweku, your report will be heard at the parliamentary. I sent you to observe the proceedings at the Lagos State House of Assembly during their budget presentation, but that will be taken at the parliamentary. Thank you. Yes. On that note, may I call on the leader of the House to take us through the order of the day.
Right, Honourable Speaker, for doing justice to that. I was trying to be conservative, but thank you, Right, Honourable Speaker, my dear colleagues. I have the other paper for Thursday, 28th November 2024 with me. Dear colleagues, there are 5 items. Item 1 is the screening and confirmation of Mrs. Tolabo Omowumi Ajibade as a member of the Ekiti State Independent Electoral Commission Board. Items 2 is a bill for the Ekiti State Pension Reform Law, First Amendment, Bill 2024. Items 3 is the Ekiti State House of Assembly Loans Board, First Amendment Bill 2024. And items 4 is the Ekiti State Senior Secondary School Board Bill 2024. Items 5, which is the last, is adjournment. Right, Honourable Speaker, if you permit, I would like to move a motion that this House permits or allows Mrs. Tolabo Omowumi Ajibade to be admitted into this hallowed chamber for screening as a nominee member of the State Independent Electoral Commission Board, and so that she can be seen and be heard. I so move.
No, you have not moved. You said if I can be permitted, and you now move. You have not moved anything. You only asked if you can be permitted. So you are permitted. Now move the motion.
Sorry, Right Honourable Speaker. I want to move a motion that Mrs. Tolabo Omowumi Ajibade be allowed to access this hallowed chamber and be screened as a nominee member for the State Independent Electoral Commission Board. I so move.
All right. Seconder, yes, Honourable Femi Akindele.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. My name is Honourable Femi Olarewaju Akindele. I represent the entire celestial and terrestrial bodies of Rep. Fellow Constituency 1. I rise this morning to second the motion as moved by leader of business that Mrs. Tolabo Omowumi be allowed to this hallowed chamber for screening and possible confirmation. I so second.
May I also put a question that if you are in support that this House do admit Mrs. Tolabo Omowumi Ajibade to be screened by this House for subsequent confirmation as a member of Ekiti State Independent Electoral Commission. You are the only one to say hi for now, and say hi if you are in support. Okay, if you're again, then say nay. All right, the ayes have it. So, Sergeant Atam, can you bring in Mrs. Tolabo Omowumi Ajibade? Thank you. If not for height, I would have asked if Mrs. Tolabo Omowumi Ajibade and Honorable Tejo Kuyiga are related. You are related? No wonder. I can see. You are welcome. All right. Yes. Ms. Omowumi Tolabo Ajibade. If I say I don't know you, I'm lying. But for the purpose of record, can we meet you? Just tell us your name and anything you think we should know, just briefly about yourself.
My name is Tolabo Omowumi Ajibade.
Are you in any way related to Chief Anishilowo in any way?
Yes, I'm the last born of the family.
Oh, the last born. That wonderful man. You are the last one of that wonderful man that I know. From the record of Felodun.
Are Ekiti.
Are Ekiti. Right Honorable Akim Jamiu. This is one of your constituents. She's a woman. Eh?
Okay. Thank you very much for the observation. I can see and I know her very well. She's my constituent. She's one of my constituents. Thank you very much. For now, that's all I have to say.
Know that she's not just your constituent. The Deputy Speaker can also say she's my constituent. Am I correct, Deputy Speaker? So let me hear from you.
All right, Honorable Speaker, sir, esteemed colleagues. Mrs. Tolabo Ajibade is a bona fide member of my constituency in Ado-Ekiti.
So she belongs to nearly every constituent. May I also put it this way? Yes. Any other thing to say, Right Honorable Deputy Speaker?
Like you have rightly asked her, she is from the popular, notable family of the Anishilowo,
J.A. Anishilowo.
the foremost business guru in the Ekiti State. And at one time when we were young, Mrs. Tolabo Ajibade was one of the major directors at Anishilowo and Co.
Thank you very much. May I also I may be to say, and I don't hide my identity, I don't hide where I am coming from. My first point of call where I ever worked in life was under Chief J.A. Anishilowo at Etna Superstore. That was Anishilowo store. And I can say that I have known Mrs. Tolabo then, well, she was married to Ajibade then, but I know her as Anishilowo then as Ajibade also. I knew her as far back as 1993. I'm able to say that. And I worked in Anishilowo Etna Superstore as a sales boy that time, yes. And you know that Chief J. Anishilowo was a foremost industrialist in Ekiti State at that time. A business guru. I know her. So I won't be surprised if the daughter is also a guru. But, and I know that she's apolitical. That's why you have not been seeing her around. She doesn't belong to any political party. And that is why you don't see her around. No wonder. I want to say that she will be very fit and proper as a member of EXIC. Am I correct? Am I correct? All right. So, Madam Tolabo, you can see that members are favorably disposed to you this morning. And I think, member, we just want you to take a bow and go, if I'm correct. Member, do you want her to take a bow and go? So please, can you step to the maze and take a bow and go? Thank you. Thank you. All right. May I also inform you that your screening has been done. Wait for the result of your confirmation. You can sit down if you so wish, because we will still do the confirmation. Thank you. Leader of the House, please can you just go straight to the confirmation?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues, we have just finished the screening of Mrs. Tolabo Omowumi Ajibade, and the report of the screening is that members are of the support that she is worthy to be screened and nominated as a member of that board. Right Honorable Speaker, I so present.
Then your motion.
I want to move a motion on the basis of that this House nominates and confirms.
No, the House cannot nominate.
The House confirms the nomination of Mrs. Tolabo Omowumi Ajibade as a member of the State Independent Electoral Commission Board. I so move.
Yes, I need a woman to second this motion. So, yes, Honorable, I wanted to say Honorable Talaba Okuyiga. Honorable Teju Okuyiga, you are welcome.
Right Honorable Speaker, my distinguished colleagues, my name is Adeteju Okuyiga. I represent the Bonya Yekere constituency. I want to second the motion as moved by the Leader of the House. Thank you.
Honorable Teju Okuyiga, please can you step forward before I put the question? Well, thank you very much. when I saw that dress, I think it's not only me that will see it, so all of you have seen it. On that note, I put the question that if you are in support that Mrs. Tolabo Omowumi Ajibade be confirmed as a member of the Ekiti State Independent Electoral Commission, you can press yes. You can press yes. Sign in, then I press yes. Yes, please vote. Sign in first, then press yes. This requires, we believe in transparency, and we must see the result of the votes. All right. 16 members voted yes, and none abstained. Please don't, if until I ask you to put this, don't always do this, unless I ask you to. So, and 16 voted yes, none voted no. At the end, the yes have it. So, Mrs. Tolabo Omowumi Ajibade has been confirmed as a member of Ekiti State Independent Electoral Commission. Please, the clerk, ensure that the resolution is communicated to the office of the governor and every other relevant agencies. Thank you. Thank you. You can go at this point. Leader of the House.
Speaker, my dear colleagues, the next item is the Ekiti State Pension Reform Law, First Amendment Bill 2024, second reading.
Yes. Dear colleagues, you know we have to debate this bill. So we will debate first, then we will take the second reading. And the leader of the House should lead the debate. And get prepared, I will call you to speak.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker and distinguished colleagues. I rise to present the bill. I like to present the Ekiti State Pension Reform Law Amendment Bill debate. This bill seeks to improve the existing Pension Reform Law 2022 by addressing identified gaps to better serve public servants and retirees. The highlight is the residential mortgage access. This bill introduced a provision allowing RSA holders to use part of their pension assets for equity contributions towards home ownership, ensuring a better quality of life for contributors. The second highlight is the exception of certain employees. Employees engaged before January 1, 2010 and retiring by December 31, 2028 will remain under the old scheme, safeguarding their entitlement and ensuring fairness. These people that are affected means that they will have enough contributing time to participate in this program. Those that are probably going on retirement will have quite a short time, so they are exempted. The third highlight is the refund of wrongful deductions. New provisions in this bill ensure that any wrongful contribution made for exempted employees are refunded promptly, enhancing transparency and accountability. This amendment demonstrates our commitment to justice, efficiency, and the well-being of Ekiti workers. I urge my esteemed colleagues to support this bill for the benefit of our workforce and the state. Thank you.
Very much. You have had a lead debate, and you have heard the whole essence of having this law reform bill. And please, dear colleagues, it's a bill that touches on the public service, the civil service, and we must look into it critically. It's not just a bill that we can pass in a day. It's a bill that has to go through public hearing. But I will need contributions from members on this bill. Honorable Tunde Oke, Baba Tunde Oke. After that, Right Honorable Bolaji Egbemi will speak.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Dear colleagues, I am Honorable Babatunde Oke, representing the Kerry Constituency 1.
And after that, I'm going to call another person. So please, everybody get prepared. You are speaking. On.
Yes, we have listened to the highlights of this particular bill from the majority leader. And I'm not going to repeat all those that have been said. We all know that the importance of pension reform is to ensure that workers get what they deserve, their retirement benefits as at when due. However, there is a particular issue about this bill. Since this bill has been forwarded to the House, personally, I've been receiving calls from civil servants. I will align myself with the position of the Right Honourable Speaker that there is a need for us to organize public hearing because we need to educate our people on the importance of this bill. To me, judging from the calls that I've received on this particular bill, there is need for us to look at it critically and invite all the relevant stakeholders to speak on the pros and cons of this particular bill. So for now, Mr. Speaker, that is my position. Thank you.
Honorable Bolaji Egbemi.
Thank you, the right honorable sir and distinguished colleagues. My name is Bolaji Olagbaju,
Right Honorable Tejokuyiga, don't forget that you are the next person.
representing the good people of Ado local government. Before I go ahead to speak to the pension reform law, I want to buttress my point. I want to buttress on the points that the previous speakers made. I believe that even before we put this forward as a bill, and even going forward, we should always have a platform or an avenue whereby we'll sensitize and educate our people, especially pensioners who are senior citizens, and the majority of them are totally disconnected from the jet age and the laws and principles guiding pension and its reform. And I also want to say that this is a very wonderful bill. And if we reach, I want to refer us to, the pages are not numbered, but from the front page, I want us to look at page 4, where page 4, statement 2, where the employee has retired from the public service